Alrighty, the new traditional opening shot of my feet. My dear friends, we're going to a very special restaurant today, incredibly highly requested. Boom, check it out, Chipotle. No, I'm just kidding, their food is trash. We're heading over to Fishtail X. Are you guys in line? Yeah, so the people coming out of Chipotle, really freaking vulgar and nasty. I wish I could wash out my ears with bleach with what I just had to hear. But I'm out here in front of the Fishtail X, just chilling, waiting for my food. First time being here at this restaurant. Super highly reviewed restaurant on Google reviews, as if that means anything. So far they have. So far they've been, like, true. And some of the nicest people, the owners, are the ones working the counter and being the waiters and doing what they need to do to make the restaurant happen. And they were absolutely as nice as humanly possible. It was so awesome. Incredibly friendly to me. Super, super kind. Let me ask questions about what I'm ordering. Straight up with me, honest. So far, 10 out of 10 for the customer service. So let's see how the food is. It's details like that open sign that make me happy. Dzień dobry, YouTube! Witamy to another episode of Atticus Eats. Oh my goodness, my dear friends, have I got a treat for you all today. I do want to just kind of preface real quick by saying this camera angle is slightly different because I completely left my tripod at home, or I should say I completely forgot and left my tripod at home. And my tripod is just a copy of Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace because it's the biggest thing that I could get to kind of get me clear of my steering wheel. So you're kind of sitting next to me, air quote, catty corner to me today. I don't know why I have my seatbelt on. I'm not going anywhere. Let me take this off and give myself room. I was restrained, and it was kind of interrupting my flow. Anyway, as you all saw in the intro, we are trying a new, very highly reviewed seafood grill place. Now, you all know that I know food, and I love food of all various shapes and sizes and styles, except for Chipotle. And anyway, I was looking up stuff. This was actually a recommendation made by Mom because she saw it somewhere and was like, hey, you should check this place out. And then I looked up the reviews and I was like, ooh, this sounds really good. And so anyways, came here today. And these people are so incredibly nice. The owners take your order, like I had mentioned in the intro. The owners are taking your order and being the waiters. And then they have the cooks in the back. It's kind of a Hawaiian kind of little tiki bar cantina type of vibe in there. And incredibly nice. They were so amazingly nice. Looked me straight in the eye. You know, took my order. Let me ask questions again. It's all stuff that I went over in the little intro there, in the last clip, but it was so funny too because he hands me my food once my food was ready and he's like, hey, I'll see you tomorrow. And it's like, ooh, a bold claim, sir. You may very well. Let's see how I like your vittles. So, this is so cool. I'm so excited. So, I looked at the menu online, and what really drew me in, actually, is the fact that they have just some classic fish and chips. And I feel like fish and chips are just one of those meals that it takes a lot of work to perfect the right way, because you don't want it to be soggy, you don't want it to be dry. It's kind of a really cool traditional, you know, I know we think of like the Brits with the fish and chips and everything like that, but it's like a really classic meal. And I was in the mood for that today. That sounded really, really, really good. They're very warm. It's warming my stomach right now. But as an appetizer, they have something that I'm really excited about trying. And I'll show it to you here in just a sec. Let me get myself set up. Nice thick napkins. They don't jip you on the napkins, right? Let's set this off to the side. But I want to show you all that I again, we talked about this. I do actually eat healthy, but it's the right way. You know, the way that leads to joy in the path of life. Everlasting. Let's see. Okay, this is the... Friends, check this out. My friends, this is what they call moku shrimp. And, like, wow. The guy said you could either get it on a bed of rice or a bed of lettuce. I wanted to be healthy. But actually, what I'm remembering is that this is actually the correct presentation. There was a fish restaurant that my mom and I frequented, I think, for a couple years on, while I was working on the middle. And it was attached to a mall, and it was called Bonefish Grill, I think. I believe that's what it was. And the thing that made Bonefish Grill so good is they had what I believe was called Bang Bang Shrimp, which was this, on lettuce, that you would eat as an appetizer, and then they had shrimp tacos of this same thing. And that was ridiculously, amazingly superb. That's also the first place that Mom and I went to, where we went to, they had donuts, little donut holes, but they had like chocolate and caramel that you could inject into the donuts and like fill them up with chocolate and or caramel. And that was like our meal when we would go there. We would get Bang Bang Shrimp and then the donuts, and that was our thing. And it was so, so good. But then I ended up getting food poisoning there one time, never went back, and they closed shortly after. So, very disappointing, and I have not been able to have something of this ilk since, but this looks really promising. My mouth is like sincerely watering right now, my dear friends. So, working with this camera angle, which I might try to adjust. I just don't want it to vibrate like it's been. Hello. The steering column's in the way. Don't vibrate. Stay. Okay, let's see if this works. Hi. So it's got the Moku delicious sauce. Crispy, crunchy. I have to get more. I already know this is not going to be enough. Oh my gosh. Friends. I don't care how many minutes of my life are being taken off because of the mercury content of this shrimp. It's worth it. I will die happy. Perfectly textured, perfectly crunchy, not greasy at all. Warm, very inviting. And it's a very sweet sauce with a bit of spice. It's hitting me in the back of my throat. It's definitely got a little bit of kick to it. But oh my word. If you love those like sweet heat kind of flavors that have I keep going back to spicy mayo, but kind of like a garlic chipotle aioli kind of taste, you will love this. Get the Moku shrimp. Wow. Even the sauce being on the lettuce makes it like a dressing. It's really good. Wow. I am thoroughly impressed. And see, I'm getting my leafy greens too. I'm a health nut. How many of you laughed at that comment? I never know until I'm editing the crunches that are, like, how audible are my crunches. So comment below and tell me how audible are my crunches. And are they satisfying? I just realized that I'm making yummy noises eating lettuce. Okay, that should just tell you right there how good this place is. Okay, one more, and then we'll shift gears. Mmm. Mmm. Amazing. Incredible. Otherworldly. I'm not kidding. This is not just hype. This is really freaking good. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm practicing restraint right now, not eating the whole thing. And the reason why is because I love my mom, and she was like, hey, if any of that stuff is good, can you bring me back some? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And now I'm like, it wants it, you know. But no, we're gonna be good. I've got. If that was that good, I'm really excited to try this other stuff. So we do have our ye old side of ranch for said chips. It's very reflective light right now. I am thankfully in a parking lot where there are some trees, and I was able to see and find and procure a spot right here underneath a tree. By the way, I don't know if you could tell, you probably can seeing right here, but as a safety tip, let me be Big Brother Atticus here for a minute. You are never, ever supposed to park backwards in a parking spot. I don't know why that became the norm to do. Because what ends up happening is people cannot see your backup lights. And so if you just whip out in front of them, no one will know. No one knows, like, oh, you're in your vehicle about ready to get out, right? And everybody has tinted windows now too, so you can't see people's faces or inside of their car or anything like that. I heard, and tell me if this is true if you live there, I heard the great state of Arizona made this illegal. Like, you can't do this in the state of Arizona in a parking lot. You'll get a ticket or a fine or something. You want to talk about, like, litigation that's actually practical and helps people. That would be it. This bugs the heck out of me. I hate going through parking lots like this. It's so annoying. But, anyway, that was my soapbox moment for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Let's move on. Oh, I see it. I'm getting a glimpse. It's a tease. Oh. 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 Hello. Aha, that's where he said it was. Okay. So he gave malt vinegar. This is tartar sauce. And then look. Classic fish and chips. You know what's really cool is whenever I hear fish and chips, I always think of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from the Chronicles of Narnia, when the Pevensies are in with the beavers, and the Mrs. Beaver goes, "Fish and chips!" That's always what I think of now when I get fish and chips. I think that's really cool. Now, I do have to say, this could be greasier, like, meaning there's a potential that could be made that way, and it's not. That, to me, is a plus. I like the crunch of the fried fish. I don't like to be, like, sopping in grease. clogging my arteries as I speak. So that is a thing. Let's see if that's true or not. So I've got 2 white sauces. So I've got my tartare sauce. Or maybe that's the ranch, I'm not sure. Is it okay if tartar sauce smells like ranch? No, that's definitely ranch. Okay, so ranch, tartar sauce. Alright. Ooh. They're definitely still a bit warm. Oh. A beautiful crunchy break. Look at that. Oh man. Let that cool off a sec. Definitely need napkins when eating this. Or your tongue. Alright. Very thin French fries. Chips. I don't think these fries are salted. Like at all. They're very greasy. Not big on that. Yeah. I think the last time I had this plain of French fries, I'm not trying to beat them up, but this is just stating the facts. The last time that I had French fries this plain, I had to eat some hospital cafeteria food while my mom was getting a treatment done. And this was a couple years ago. Yeah, that's very plain. The fries could be way better. I want to see, is this actually tartar sauce? Oh, that tartar sauce is interesting. It has like a lime flavor in it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, not big on those fries. Hard really at all. But, let's take a stab at the main course. Look at that. Substantial bite. Okay. They know how to do fish. They definitely know how to do the fish. The chips, not bueno. The fish, uber bueno. This has amazing texture and bite to it without being too greasy, but the fish is not dry on the inside. This is a very moist fish. Like, when I say moist, I don't mean greasy, I mean moist. It's like, it's not dried out, cooked to death, and all that stuff. Now, their tartar sauce has a very good, savory and sweet and bright flavor. There is citrus in it for sure. I'm pretty sure it's lime. It's a lime citrus sauce, like, added to it. Very loose, but notice how it does hold its shape. This is really good. Wow. Yeah. That is very good. The fish themselves are very good. The ranch is the best part of the fries, but I mean, that's normal. But it's exceptionally kind of like meh. What I'm gonna do though, because I mean ranch, is let me dip this in the ranch. Yes. What I love too is this is not soggy in the least. That makes it really good. Yeah. I'm definitely a fan of that. Man, I love trying new places. This is so much fun. I love going on culinary adventures, and culinary adventures are even better when you get to bring friends along. I love that. Tell me now, because this is a point of contention. How many of you watching this video right now are, in fact, seafood people? Right? How many of you enjoy seafood, and what does that mean? Because many of you have been like, you should try a poke bowl, because I like sushi. They do poke here, and so that might be something to come back to, return to, and try. I don't know if there's other more highly reviewed poke places within driving distance of me. Now, the other thing though too is that right next door to this location is a sushi restaurant that literally is like almost 5 stars by hundreds of people. That definitely piques my interest, because you all know that I love sushi when it's done right. So that might be something that little Atticus needs to return to and sally forth on an adventure with. So I've broken one other piece in half. I'm gonna eat this, and then I think I'll call it for today. But yeah, friends, I'm in a position where there's not really too much going on story-wise that I could necessarily associate with this place. Gosh, it's just sort of like one of those things where it's just like let's hang out and just talk, chat, have some fun. I'm a person who, and I know you all can tell this right now, I'm looking at a very beautiful butterfly that's pollinating on a bush over here. So sweet. I'm a person who I really enjoy reminiscing when it's positive, of course. And I do a lot of thinking. I've been really fortunate, really grateful that recently on the Twitch stream I've been replaying some older games that I personally have played or I've not played. But they're older games, really good, like, story-driven games, single-player games. And I've been having a ton of fun with that. But I get thrown back in time when I play or experience stories that I remember from the period of time that they came out. So, to kind of communicate that further, I'm playing Dying Light, which is an open-world zombie survival game. I'm replaying that right now. It's my first time playing the campaign on the stream, but it's not my first time playing the campaign. I played the game when it came out back on PlayStation 4. And I also did a little bit of I'm now playing, at the behest of some awesome people in the community, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, which is an excellent story-driven game. It's you know, Tolkien, Lord of the Rings themed, and it's the events that are in between The Hobbit. No. Yeah, it's the events that are in between The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings. I heard a guy shout. That guy was yelling, I don't know what. So I got thrown. But regardless, it's Tolkien lore, and it's amazing. You get to walk around and just annihilate orcs and wargs and you know, other creatures like that. So it's a really, really, really fun time. But it's so amazing because these games came out in 2014 and 2015 respectively. They were literally like a month apart from each other. And it's 2024. And I sit back and I go, that was 10 years ago. Like, what? You know? And it was a completely different time. It was a completely different time back then compared to now. And it's very shocking. It's very jarring to my system. And I'm at that age now where I've lived longer, and so now time passing like that has significant more meaning for me. You know. So it's definitely trippy. It's definitely trippy. And then now we're at the point in the universe where Phineas and Ferb is getting a reboot series, so I hear. Swampy! Give me a job! Please. Swampy and I were able to work with each other on Pete the Cat. He was like the creative head and really spearheaded that show and obviously directed it and everything. I absolutely loved working with Swampy Marsh. Super, super solid dude. It definitely gave me a lot of confidence in voiceover acting and singing for that matter. Awesome, awesome guy. I think it's cool they're reviving it. What's a cartoon? And by the way, the correct answer is The Lion Guard. What's a really good cartoon that you guys want to see be rebooted? With the original cast. My number one vote would be The Lion Guard. Let's bring that back. Because everybody knows The Lion Guard is one of the best Disney cartoons ever to exist. Common knowledge, really. But also, I personally would love to see a Teen Titans reboot of the good Teen Titans. Not Teen Titans Go. The good Teen Titans, right? It had that gritty, semi-anime, but still, like, innocent and interesting looking with detail look to it. One of the best shows that Cartoon Network has ever made. But we need to see Beast Boy and Robin get to... I'm sorry, Beast Boy and Robin. That would actually be fitting for 2024. Let me rephrase that. Beast Boy and Raven get together. Because we've been denied that literally always. And the live action one doesn't count. Like, at all. But, yeah, it would be really cool to see that. I'd love to see Tara get beat up. Just because. I'm really nerding out right now. If you are still here with me, that means you're a dedicated fan to me. Thank you. But this is what I think about. I just got done talking about all these different thought processes that I've had and then thinking back in time to when things were better. Give us Teen Titans! Brothers Warner, please. The good one, please. Make it accessible. Because that would be amazing. Everybody wants it. And they want to see Raven and Beast Boy be able to get together. And then Starfire and Robin be able to, like, further that relationship. And then Cyborg can be with whoever or whatever. You know. And bring in other characters. Yeah, I just... there's so much potential there. It could be so good. It could be so good. But yeah, that's that. Now that was a nerd tangent for me. Let's try to ingest my last piece here. Don't fall. I feel so restrained. Okay. My gut's getting too big from Atticus Eats. No, it's not. I'm kidding. So amazing. It really is. I'm a big fan of that fish and chips. I think that's a really good fish and chips. I think personally for me, this is where I'm at with this food. I have one other cool thing I want to talk with you about. Because I'm in a reminiscing mood today for this episode. But, this is really, 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 really good fish and chips. I would give this fish and chips a 9 out of 10. Complete honesty, 9 out of 10. These fries, which I literally am not going to even attempt to consume, I'd probably have to say they are probably a 2 out of 10. I gotta be straight up honest. These are not good chips. And again, there is a problem with food being overly salted these days. Like, that's real. This is not that case. Oh, good. There's a second tartar sauce that I can have for the rest of this. Or Mom can have, rather. There is an issue these days with a lot of, like, restaurants over-salting things and over-seasoning things. So that's real. That's not what this problem is. This problem is that there's no seasoning at all. And they're just really, really plain. I think that they need to do a little bit more seasoning. Just to waken it up. Now, what's good is that this is not old oil or, you know, nasty tasting like that in any way whatsoever. But, so the fish, 9 out of 10. Chips, 2 out of 10. Ranch, honestly, it was really average. Probably 5 out of 10. Tartar sauce, 7 out of 10. That was a very interesting take on tartar sauce. Very smooth, not chunky. I really appreciate that lime flavor that they added in there. But this moku shrimp on a bed of lettuce. This right here, I would just get 2 of these and eat that. That would be too legit to quit. Like, for real. That is breathtakingly good. That is there, secured. My pits are really sweaty right now because it's hot. But you know what? Really good food. Really good time. Oh, the other reminiscing thing is Mom and I, we were out driving yesterday, ran a couple errands. And we have XM radio. For me, in this day and age, because I love music so much, and it's how you survive any length of commute and drive, in California especially, I love to DJ on the radio when Mom and I go out, and we drive, and we run errands and stuff, or have appointments or whatever. And that was one of the chief joys that Mom and I had for years, being on the middle, because we had a 3-hour commute round trip to the middle every day to get down to the Warner Brothers Ranch to film. And it was a lot. And I'm old school cool, so I have a CD collection. And this exact car with this exact CD player has gotten us through many, many, many drives of, you know, just being able to get some fun and enjoyment. I'm trying different camera angles. I don't know if this is going to help or hurt. I have noticed in the other videos when I turn on the air conditioner that my camera really rattles and creates motion sickness. I apologize for that. My car, I think, needs some service. But yeah, lots of awesome CDs and stuff like that. I have a huge CD collection that I absolutely love. But Sirius XM radio has really only grown in its awesomeness as far as the stations and everything like that. So, like, I love the Pulse. I love Mosaic. Mom and I both love the 70s station, the 80s station, the 90s station. We like The Bridge, The Coffee House. I like Octane. Not all the songs on Octane, but some of them. And on occasion, like the Bluegrass station. And we like the Spa, Sirius XM Spa. and you know, things like that. And that's kind of our what I'll DJ back and forth, like, okay, this is a trash song, I don't like that. Oh, here's a good one. Is there something better? No, let's go back to this. That's kind of what I do when we drive, when Mom drives at least. And just yesterday, I had a song just throat punch me and take me back to my childhood, and it was Hero by Chad Kroeger and Joseph, is it Joseph Scott? Correct me down below. But it was one of the songs from the original Spider-Man movie soundtrack with Tobey Maguire. And man, that was so cool to go back to that song. Such an awesome sound and lyrics that can have a lot of meaning if you really think about it. And you know, you look at it, at how that song was when it came out in 2002 versus today in the world that we live in 22 years later. Man, it says a lot. Look it up. Hero by Chad Kroeger and I think Joseph Scott is the name. And again, correct me down below. Chad Kroeger, I believe, is the lead singer of Nickelback too, and I like a few of Nickelback's songs as well. Like If Today's Your Last Day and Photograph. Those are some favorite Nickelback songs as well. How You Remind Me, Lullaby. Those are some good ones. So yeah. Little bit of reminiscing time with Atticus over food. I think that's always good. We need, you know, that's what supping together is really all supposed to be about. It's the food and kind of being able to fellowship over food, but then part of that fellowship is being able to talk and just think aloud and share. I think that is so cool. Everybody, what are your thoughts? Tell me what you think. If you're a cartoon nerd, a comic book nerd, video game nerd, you know, history nerd, music nerd, whatever it may be, tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts about everything that is going on that I talked about today. Tell me your thoughts on what you thought about the food. Would you try any of these things? Do you have a place that serves really good fish and chips, or do you have a particular favorite? Do you make your own tartar sauce? If so, what is that all about? There's a ladybug. There's a ladybug on my windshield. He just flew away. I think that's good luck in some cultures. It's good luck in my culture. Anyways, cool people. It was so much fun to hang out with you all today. I loved it as per usual. I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Be sure to click those links down below. Twitch and Cameo. You don't want to miss them. Check them in the description box. Thumbs up button. Share on all your social media. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Comment below with your thoughts. Can't wait to see you all in the next video. Do widzenia.
I just want a great life, something where I feel like I just didn't waste time, something I look back and say that was a great time, cause man I just hate when the years pass by the wayside.